Okay, let's get back to it. First things first, let's see. Do I win big? I mean, I do. Kind of. It's still only 2 lines, not 3, but I will take it. I did manage to do another run of Delibrum Regine before the weekly reset. So, when I remember buttons, I do now have the Law's Order Male Offending. After getting this, I realized it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I got this chess piece. The reason being, this chess piece has haste on it. Everything's getting level synced anyway. So the only thing that matters is with this one I get a buff. And in order to get the item to get the better buff from the other bit of armor, when that's augmented, I need to do Delibrum Regine Savage. Which I can do now. But, yeah. Kind of makes me realize I don't need to rush too much. Do I have another silver? I do. That means I can buy something. I have been working my way through the framers kits. So that's what we'll get. Out of curiosity, what does... Well, it kind of works. But... what does it look like? Hey, Patinga, how you doing? There we go. So we've got Heaven's Orthodoxy, Heaven's Heresy, Idle Wisdom, and I guess it's Idle Wisdom was the last one I got, so okay. Alright. Heaven's Orthodoxy. I don't hate that, actually. You've had some pre-migraine signals, but it seems to have passed over. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're not having to deal with a migraine. I have had a bit of a sore throat the last few days. So... I apologize if I seem a little... I also just realized I didn't grab the new Wondrous Tales, because I'm an idiot. There we go. I'm doing alright. Went to the dentist again, today. And, been referred to a specialist to deal with a root canal that keeps having issues on this side. And now they've told me that I probably need a root canal on this side as well. Fun. Here's what it is. Let's head back to the Dome Enclave. Or more specifically, to Gangos because we can progress the relic questline. I can't get the next like relic stage of anything, but I can do the quest. Because this is a one-off and doesn't actually give like a relic weapon. So I farmed these. It took a little bit longer than I was thinking because it isn't a one-for-one drop rate like the first memories stage is for the Heaven's Wards areas. It's more like a 75-ish% chance, it seems. So that took a little minute, but I finally played Picto. It's easy. It's very simple. Or at least below level 80 is very simple. Processing complete. Initiating memory analysis. Memory analysis complete. Memory registry compile complete. 0 anomalies detected. So far so good. Now, to determine which memory is best suited to After's weapon. Warning. Probability of successful infusion estimated at 3.2%. Do you wish to proceed? What, and there's 7 Ls? No! Why is the chance of success so bleeding low? Etheric instability detected within weapon. Infusion of additional ether will result in ethereal corruption. It's unstable, but I followed the old Bosnian techniques to the letter. We unearthed a number of tomes in the ruins beneath the southern front, one of which pertained to the fashioning of crystal foci. To ensure the stability of ether held within them, they were said to be coated with a solution made from ethereal siltstone. Were they now? And I suppose we'll have to do the same. Good on you, Zala. I'm glad to be of help. There's still the matter of tracking down the siltstone. Naturally, the ruins of Bosnia would be a good place to start. I've also heard that in ancient times, pottery made with ethereal siltstone found its way to lands far and wide. Unfortunately, it's all but disappeared from circulation in today's markets. In that case, whoever bought those pots back in the day might have left some lying about, maybe even in ruins of their own. Oi, if we were to feed your relic made with ethereal siltstone, reckon you could whip up a coating for the resistance weapon? Provided sufficient quantities, production of ethereal sealant is possible. My, what an ingenious solution. You impress me, Geralt. Of course, there's only one person here that can safely plumb the depths of dark, dank ruins and come out in one piece. Best you consult with Zlatan about which ruins you go about plumbing, though. Zlatan, Master Geralt. Zlatan. When you're ready to depart, we may discuss the matter of where best to excavate the relics we seek. Okay, but this is the next stage. So let me guess. Delbrum. Who would have thought the answer to our prayers would be found in ancient pottery of all places? And thanks to the efforts of merchants countless years ago, such relics may be found far beyond the region in which they originated. Considering the present state of Bosnia, being able to search for them in other locations may prove beneficial. I say us, but I'm afraid the task of procuring them must fall onto you. Though I dare not ask why, Master Geralt's quite confident that 15 artifacts made from ethereal siltstone are likely to contain the requisite amount to coat the resistance weapon. I trust you know better than I what ruins are worthy of exploration, so I'll leave the rest to you. Time-worn artifacts can be obtained by completing Delabrum Regine or the Deep Dungeon Palace of the Dead. Okay. So I have a reason to do Delabrum. Okay. I can definitely do Delabrum. I mean, I need to do a bunch of Delabrum anyway, so that works. No one's doing it at the minute, which is fine. Right, we did all of the tank and healer level 80 like capstone quests. We didn't do Sage because Sage gets added in Endwalker, so I'm gonna do the level, what was it, 70? Did it start? Yeah, 70 to 80 job quests for Sage after we've done the last 2 patches of the MSQ to get into Endwalker. So I guess we'll start with DPS. Which probably means I need to go to Thanorland. And the gold? Wait, no. Does it? Or would we need to go to Mordona? Now that I think about it. No, it is here. Okay. Hey, Eric. After. Excellent timing. I have a request to ask of you. Worry not. It's a simple task that shan't overburden your simple mind. In no small part, due to your valor, Alamigo has won free of Imperial tyranny. Something's afoot that gives me cause for concern. Not long ago, a soldier of the Resistance came asking after Widdergelt's whereabouts. As you know, the buffoon was once a captain of the Resistance. It gathered under him like-minded men and women who burned with an all-consuming hatred for the Empire. While the inquiry may have been completely innocuous, we cannot discount the possibility that there are those who burn with hatred still, who mean to drag Widdergelt back on the path of vengeance. Though the Widdergelt as we know him now would not lend such talk an ear, may not be given a choice. Lest it turn ugly, I want you to find your brother monk and alert him to the dangers. The last time we saw Widdergelt was in Alagana. If he isn't there still, the villagers may at least be able to direct you to him. Go quickly. Alagana. I've just reminded myself that I still have all of the Crafter and Gatherer quests to do. And all of the Hildebrand quests to do in order to unlock the Endwalker relics. You're that monk from before! Oh, the way you laid the corpse brigade low was just glorious. I wanted to become strong like you, so I went and joined the monkhood. Never once skipped training, I'm proud to say. Master Widdergelt. Last I spoke with him, he mentioned he was trying to find Theobald. The fellow disappeared while under the healer's care. Someone saw him staggering out of the village in the early hours. Was headed west by the sound of it. Ah, yes, I remember you, friend. Is there something you need? Master Widdergelt. He's been travelling around Eorzea, spreading and teaching the monkhood. He comes back to Alagana from time to train our people, but I couldn't rightly say when he'll visit again. Wait, aren't you Master Widdergelt's master? Looking for him, you say? He's not here at the moment, but he comes fairly often to train us. Though he's a hard teacher, he inspires hard work. Thanks to his guidance, I was able to earn the cloth. Right, his whereabouts. During his last visit, he said he was going to Little Alamigo next. If you hurry, he might still be there. Little Alamigo. I think, isn't it the second quest line that's taking me to Little Alamigo? Okay, that's a... Oh, never mind. I was going to say that's a big search area. No, he's right here. After. Did not expect to see you here. You too? This grave. Know you who lies here? It is the man who called himself Theobald. Closest brother, Adri. We had brought him to Alagana for healing. Fled in spite of his wounds. Looked like a hunted man, so did witnesses say. Do not believe that. Adri was not one to flee. He had used the corpse brigade. Knew they would come for him. Rather than wait, he went to them. Now he's gone. I wanted him to live. Stand at my side again. I should have done more. Tried your best to have him see the light, like you did for us. Aye, mustn't be so hard on yourself. Much has happened with you too, sister. Much is plain. Come, let me hear your tale. Hunter who found his path. So Lurik chose to sever ties with his kin. Resolve to which I can relate. I too chose my own path. Spurned blood in favor of faith. Your part in this tale impresses me also. To do battle in a world flooded with light. Again, I am reminded of your greatness. But my apologies. You've travelled far. Is there something you require? Soldier of the Resistance seeks me. What could his purpose be? You don't suppose they're coming after those of Theodoric's line? Seems to me the Resistance should be above such acts. Yet I can offer no alternative explanation. Captain! It's been a while, sir. You? It has been a while indeed. I'm no one's captain. Long left the Resistance. Forgive me, sir, for old habits. It's hard to regard you as anything save my esteemed captain. But if that's not your preference, Master Widowgout, may I ask you to accompany me to Ralga's Reach? There's a matter we wish to discuss with you. Is that so? Very well then. Lead the way. Zensa, Ochaka, please wait here. We'll return anon. May I ask that you join me? Well regarded in Resistance. Presence would give me heart. Without further ado then, let's be on our way. Ralgan Reach. So, Sorry for keeping you. Hey, Luce. Been a while. I'm Lise Hext, the Alamegan Resistance. Thank you for coming all this way. After? Don't tell me you know Master Widowgeld. After's a dear comrade. I owe much and more. Well, that makes it easier then. To get right to the heart of the matter, Master Widowgeld, we wish to invite you to rejoin the Resistance. Under the Mad King and then the Garleans, the people of Alamigo lived in crippling fear and mutual mistrust. In rebuilding the nation, we want to create a place where folk can believe in and support one another. A place where everyone is regarded as a friend. Even those who were kin to the Mad King. I should have reached out to you earlier, I know. But we feared that doing so would incite those who plotted a return to the old rule. It's quite alright, Commander. I know your intent is good and true. However, I cannot rejoin the Resistance. I would serve my nation as a humble monk. This I have sworn to myself. A man named Theodred never existed. He was ever only Widowgeld. He wishes to restore that which was once lost. Teachings of the Fist of Ralga. I see. Then you must do what your heart tells you. Let's try this again. I put this request to Widowgeld of the Fist of Ralga. I want you to train the soldiers of the Resistance. Though we've won our freedom, we must be prepared to fight to keep it. And I believe that your techniques would serve us well. I've never trained properly myself. What it's worth, I'm very keen to learn. And I should be honoured to teach. Great, we're in your debt. If I might make a request of my own, may I visit the Temple of the Fist? I would pay my respects. Of course, you hardly need my permission for that. Come on after. Let's all go together. Are we going to see Curl Fist? I've not spent much time in the Temple of the Fist, so I've only just realised where that path is. Because of this cutscene. Being here brings back memories. Remember the high priests, brother and sister monks. All of them are gone now. Fire and smoke. But you survived, like the temple's stout stones. And thanks to your efforts, the faith has begun to rise from the ashes. Not my efforts alone. All I have achieved I owe to many others. Professor Eric, Zensa, and Nochaka, but least of all, after. I couldn't have come this far on my own either. Like you, I had dear comrades to prop me up and push me forward. I'll never stop forging on. But Alamigo! Our paths may differ, but our goals are one and the same. There's no more need for words. Round one. Fight! After. Professor worries for me. Please return to him. Let him know that all is well. What about the Makote girls? You're just gonna leave them in Little Alamigo? Alright. Short, sweet, to the point. I like it. Returned. We're able to find... Oh wait. You are returned. We're able to find Widogeld? I see. I am pleased to hear that his efforts to revive the Fist of Ralga proceed apace. Of course, it will take still considerable time for the faith to take root across the land. Widogeld is young and determined. Day will come when he realizes his dream. To think it was none other than Curtis Hext's daughter that sought him out. A woman who embraces her lineage and a man who rejects his. Viewed thus, their paths could not be more different. As they've discovered, their goals are one and the same. Alamigo is stronger for their cooperation. In any case, it appears my concerns were unfounded. My thanks for laying my fears to rest. For a while, though, I believe I will observe these two souls in their future endeavors. After all, I am nothing if not observant. Oh yeah, you remember that armor that I was talking about? That you can now get for the trophy crystals. This is it. the head doesn't work on Viera, so this is the Crypt Lurker one. If I remember right. Yeah. But yeah, it's a very cool armor set that glows and looks awesome. And it works very, very nicely with the I don't know why she has glasses, but okay. But yeah, it works very well with Dark Knight and with this weapon. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't actually have the pants for it yet, but you don't see them, so kinda doesn't matter. Other than for putting it in my glamour dresser as a outfit glamour rather than whatever the fuck it is. So am I gonna have to go to Camp Dragonhead and the Observatorium? I think I am, right? Or a Dragoon. Tank. Yep. So if I do all of the melee DPS up to, well, I say all of them, there's 4. So I think if I can do these 4, which are all the pre-Endwalker classes for melee DPS, and then if I do physical ranged, we could do magical range. We'll see how we get on. They're taking about 20 minutes each, so We'll just keep going. Nidhogg? Ah, Arthur. Been too long since last we spoke. Nods. Your visits are far more frequent than those of another former student of mine, however. It seems he still prefers to keep his own company. The same could be said of Justine, who's made quite the name for herself as a hunter in Dravinia, according to Orn Kai. Ah, fortunate timing. Speak of the dragon, and he shall appear. Greetings. Would I be correct in guessing you have returned fresh from one of your adventures? I laid to rest the dreaded Andrea. I forget who Andrea was. Yeah. I traveled to worlds beyond our own. Think such a place could truly exist? And you have fought such terrifying foes. A fall so far from grace. A tragic tale, if ever I heard one. One similar to that of Nidhogg. Aye, but nothing will ever compare to his malice. Even death could not quell his thirst for vengeance. At least Andrea was not nearly so consumed by hate. I doubt not that Rendere's soul is at peace. Peace. Wonder if Nidhogg ever found it. I fear his soul yet lingers, doomed to wander endlessly. That's too cruel a fate, even for him! I share your sentiments, whereas the Azure Dragoon I once gazed into his heart, as he gazed into mine. Such rage, such sorrow. I'll not accept this. That none should mark his passing is more than I can bear. What say you, After? Perhaps we could honor who he once was, instead of who he became. Then we are in agreement. Though I must admit that as part of Freysfugger's brood, I have little knowledge of Nidhogg. A deeper insight is needed if I'm to properly pay my respects. Bornham is of his brood. If anyone would know, it's her. Let us make haste for Zenith. Alrighty. Although this makes it seem like I'm gonna talk to a priest one. Bornham has come. Pardon? Kinky Fox. You. The Freysfugger's, beloved. Right? Welcome, noble dragoon. Orn Kai has explained all. Pray tell, what was Nidhogg to you? Wellspring of my strength. And yet you were enemies, each sworn to slay the other. Two souls entwined by fate. Though you have faced Nidhogg's wrath and sensed his pain, you cannot know him as we dragons once did. We would fain hear this tale. Nidhogg was without equal, even among our kind. Destined was he to guard this world from the catastrophe that befell the Dragon Star in place of his sire. He valued strength above all else and considered the affairs of mortals beneath his notice. Only the 7 great worms were worthy of his attention. Among them, none but Ratotskir truly understood him. Her song was beautiful indeed, and she graced both dragon and man with her wisdom. She was invited by Thordan, King of Men, to speak on our behalf. Tatskir expressed our desire to live in harmony. However, it was known that Nidhogg did not share these views. When the king asked her how her brother saw mankind, she did not hide the truth. He believed that such frail creatures were incapable of protecting this star. The task must be entrusted to the 7 great worms alone. And that's why Thordan slew her? Ratotskir had no intention of sowing discord, but the king could not countenance that his kind would be treated with such contempt. We dragons would seek to claim this star as our own. He turned on Ratotskir, taking not only her eyes, but her life. When Nidhogg discovered that King Thordan had murdered his beloved, his fury was beyond reckoning. For all his strength, he could not master his own rage. It utterly consumed him. Dragons, men, they're all the same, slaves to our emotion, subservient to our hearts. Yet there are those who would seek another path, as I once did. I turned my back on my father in his quest for vengeance. Valiant dragoon, by your strength was the Dragon Song War ended, and by your compassion was a new alliance forged. Arthur and I are living proof we can live side by side. We shall speak the message of peace to man and dragon alike. And when we are gone, our descendants will do the same. Tell them of Nidhogg, his strength, his weakness, his love, his hate. Tell them the truth. Kai, you wish to commemorate Nidhogg's passing, yes? As my father once enjoyed the fragrance of mist lilies, perhaps they would make a suitable offering. What a splendid idea! Thank you, Bornham. I've often seen such flowers blooming in Old Town. Follow me. Yep. I am a yawny bitch. So how many time-worn artifacts do I get per Delibrum? If it's 5, that's not bad. I only have to do it 3 times. But I kind of doubt it's going to be that easy. There were mist lilies here after all, and it would appear my memory served me correctly. Pity the same cannot be said of my eyes. It is of no matter. There's one thing that concerns me, however. In your funerary rites, the offering of flowers and such occurs at a grave or place of significance, I believe. Where should we choose for Nidhogg? Kiribania. Yes, that could be considered his final resting place. That was where you fought the primal born of his eyes. Though I must say, you seem rather adept at putting down dragons, and primals that resemble dragons. It makes me glad that we're not enemies. Matters at hand then. I shall go on ahead and meet you in Girabania. I mean, where? Yeah, Alameda. Figured as much, but... What a relief to have found you at last. I had become rather lost, you see. Perhaps we'd best hurry on to the Royal Menagerie before I lose my way again. Nidhogg, we are come to honor your memory. Though now that we're here, I'm at a loss for words. Is there anything you wish to say? Your legacy will live on in the song of your people. From distant star, father bore 7 eggs. Great worms rose forth, powerful and wise. On blackened wings, one soared on high with a roar that set the world a-tremble. Guarding their home in the father's stead, it was fearsome yet just. Man, wicked and vain, betrayed the worm and his kin, slaying his beloved and plucking out his eyes. Thenceforth he lived only for vengeance, his wrath irrepressible. 1,000 years hence, 2 champions of mankind were granted great strength by the stolen eyes. Destined were they to face the worm, who had risen once more to wage war on his sworn enemy. The end of their struggle, the wayward sun fell silent. These guardians and their comrades continue to watch over the star. Heroic deeds recounted by minstrels and storytellers far and wide. Even the ancient foe from which the father of dragons once fled could not withstand their might. I am not blind to the sins Nidhogg committed. I mourn the loss of what he once was. What he may have become had he been dealt a kinder fate. Although this was but a small gesture, I'm sure our thoughts have reached him. Nods. I have much to ponder on the return journey. I expect that Alberic will wish to hear what we've learned from Fornham. Perhaps you could visit him in Curthus? Wrong. Yes. Or the game could throw up an error and tell me that it's crashed, but it's fine because it's still letting me play. It's been a minute since it last yelled at me that it had crashed, though. It's far, far less frequent than it was. Yeah. Were you able to pay your respects? I see. This is the first time I've heard such a detailed account of King Thornton's acts. A betrayal in the moment, but a betrayal nonetheless. Pity he is far beyond the reach of justice. Though it may be hard to come to terms with the crimes of our forebears, we must accept the past for what it is. Of course, I shall be sharing this information with the rest of the Temple Knights. No doubt they'll be keen to speak with other members of Nidhogg's Proof to verify this version of events. In the meantime, there's still much to be done in building relations between man and dragon. We'll aim to follow the example set by you and Ornkai. Work together for the good of all. May the Fury guide you both. Weep. Alright, I know where I need to go. For ninja. Obero. Oh, Obero. You thought you debated me for good, did you? We'll see who has the last laugh. After. Oh, the Kami. Don't sneak up on me like that. That is, of course, I felt your presence. Yes, I was simply deep in thought, that is all. But I dare say, for good reason. You see, I finally tracked down that elusive bird. I'm ready to seize him by the wings and take back what is mine. I speak, of course, of that blasted Karasu. Ever since he escaped with half of the Forbidden Scroll, I've not let up the search for a moment. Today, at long last, I have found him. Truly, this is reason to rejoice, would you not agree? And yet the act of stealing the scroll back will not prove so simple, which is why your arrival is truly a gift from the heavens. You will aid me in the task, will you not? It'll be just like old times. Once again, I owe you my gratitude. Now, let us get down to brass tacks, as Jack would say. My shinobi have ascertained that Karasu has once again returned to Eorzean shores to ply his trade, such as it is, in the shadows of the black markets. Furthermore, they say he's taken up residence in secret at a secluded grove in Lenosha known as the Hermit's Hovel. You know the place, yes? Let us meet there, and I will share with you the ingenious details of my plan. I'll go ahead on my own. I do not want to detract attention, after all. That's... yeah, Camp Overlook. The same map as the Kobolds. I got stuck on a tree. Thank you for coming. Now, without further ado, let me explain precisely how I intend to recover the scroll from Karasu's clutches. My colleagues and I have been observing the man closely for a fortnight or so. Though one would assume otherwise, he's actually a man of remarkably consistent routine. He carries the scroll in a case that never leaves his side, save, that is, for when he goes for his daily bath, at precisely the same hour each day. Had a mind to lift the scroll from his possession while he was otherwise occupied, much as we did with Zakuru that one time in Kugane. Would you believe it? Almost as if by magic, no sooner has he entered the bars than he is out again, scroll at his side, and fully dressed in that garish garb of his. That is where you come in. Worry not, this will not involve any high-wire walking or elaborate disguises. I simply intend to invite the man to share a drink, and thereby delay his departure. In the meantime, you are to sneak into the bathhouse and steal away with the scroll. Ingeniously plotted, would you not say? I need only lull Karasu into a false sense of security with my impeccable acting skills, and the scroll is as good as ours. You're wrong. So, let us put the plan in action. Let us make for the hovel. Separately, of course. Find yourself suitable cover and wait for me to lure the crow away. We shall meet again here once you have safely recovered the scroll. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, what's this? Our hero arrives, a relaxing soak in his favourite spring, only to be stared down by his stealth-styled rival and realm-renowned oaf Obero the Dim. Have you not yet had your fill of being outwitted and embarrassed by your betters? Spare me the bombast and bluster, Karasu. I stand before you today with an offer of peace. We are countrymen. There was once a time when we called each other friend. Has our conflict not persisted long enough? So, let us lay down our weapons for a day. Let us soak in these soothing waters, reminisce about times gone by, see if we cannot put our petty differences behind. Why, I've even brought a bottle of Hingan rice wine for the occasion. Astonishing, incredible! Has the dim one lost his wits? Does he believe that a few flowery words are enough to pull the wool over the crow's keen eyes while he steals away the scroll? The audience gasps at the sheer audacity. Leave me or do not. The choice is yours. But this I swear. I have no interest in seeing the two halves of that accursed scroll reunited. On the contrary, with one half safely sealed away in our village and the other in the hands of the realm's most elusive ninja, the forbidden mudra will never be wielded again. And I would not have it any other way. Furthermore, I've recently found enlightenment of a sort. At long last, I've realized that your skill with ninjutsu far exceeds my own. Even had I once desired to steal the scroll back from you, I'm now painfully aware that doing so is entirely beyond my abilities. Oh! Well, colour me surprised. The boy's actually grown half a brain since last we met. But aren't you being a bit naive over it? After all, what's to stop me from simply returning to our village, effortlessly incapacitating our elders, and seizing the other half of the scroll for myself? I know you too well, Karasu. It is not power that you crave, but freedom. You've worked too long and too hard to cast off the shackles of our village, to risk losing it all over a single scroll. The audience gasps. Why, I do believe that's the single most intelligent utterance that's ever escaped the dim one's lips. Very well then. Feeling generous today. So I do believe I'll entertain your offers. But for your sake, I do hope that rice wine you've brought is a good vintage. I simply can't abide poor taste in beverages, you see. You found a scroll. It's entitled Mastering Domain Mahjong, a primer for apprentices. This isn't what we're looking for. You found a scroll. It's entitled Big Ears and Bushy Tails, on the breeding and rearing of rabbits. Obero's dullest and most dim-witted moments, as chronicled by Karasu Redbeak. The Wandering Minstrel's greatest mysteries revealed. Yeah, perhaps I could use it to get up, because there's clearly no other way that I could get up there. So long, bitches! Don't mind the legendary phoenix flying away. Ah, you returned, friend, with the scroll safely in your grasp, no doubt. Let me examine it, that I might ascertain its authenticity. Yes, yes, there can be no doubting it! This is indeed the forbidden mudra I sought. After all these years, finally I've outwitted that accursed crow. And yet we must be wary. No doubt Karasu's already realized something is amiss. Let us reconvene at the storehouse before he can pick up our trail. Yes, because he doesn't know where the storehouse is. I'm sure. How could he possibly? Ooh, is Archeo Tanya up? I mean, I didn't get to do it the other day. I mean, no one said it on for loop. Welcome back. Do forgive me if I'm a bit giddy. Still can't quite believe that I outwitted Karasu for once. My plans have a habit of firing back, as they say. Why, you should have seen him. So convincing was my act that by the time we were through, he was stumbling and slurring his words so much that you'd think he downed a whole bathtub's worth of rice wine. God's piss, lad, shut your gob. Every cove and mort for marms can hear you blabbing. Ah, Captain Jack. Pleasure as always. Do forgive me my outburst. I was merely celebrating with our mutual friend here my most remarkable triumph over the accursed Karasu. Oh, thereafter. Always a pleasure to see a dimber-damber like yourself back in town. Trust your stabbers haven't dulled none since last we met. Anyway, between this reunion and Arboros' hard-won victory, I reckon we got cause to celebrate. What say we drag our do-beaters back to town and yaffle ourselves a bite at the Bismarck? Splendid idea, my friend. Why, I'd enjoy nothing more than to share this joyous moment with my boon companions. To the Bismarck, then. And the first round's on me. That's the spirit. I'll send Ed for Underfoot and the Stray. The more the better, after all. Aye, been too long since we had a right little roguish family reunion. An upstanding fellow as ever, that Captain Jack. But it is somewhat bittersweet, is it not? Now that my long-standing pursuit of Karasu's come to a close, I find myself in search of a new mission, a new purpose in my life, such as it were. I have no intention of returning to the cramped confines of my village, yet I'm uncertain where my abilities might best avail the people of this realm. Pray tell, what sort of adventures have you been occupying yourself with of late? I went to another dimension, another planet, another world, whatever you want to call it. What's this you say? There exist worlds out there other than our own. If you are having a jest at Obro's expense, old friend, let it be known I do not find it amusing. But no, I can tell that you say this in earnest. Consider me intrigued, though forgive me if I'm not in a hurry to seek out a means to travel there. No, I'll bide my time here in Eorzea, carefully ponder my future. At any rate, we mustn't keep Jack and the others waiting, yes? I'll make for the Bismarck as soon as I've attended to my affairs here. Why don't you travel on ahead? It's been an hour. Culinary. That looks pretty good. And just like that, the scroll was mine again. So I say, who is the dim one now, you damned crow? Aye, aye, you told the tale thrice over already. Is the mutton here yet? Right banded, I say. I'll tell it over and again, my good captain. After all, it's no small feat to triumph over Karasu, quite possibly the most supremely skilled shinobi our village, nay, our world has ever known. You can say that again. Wait, you already have. Yep, because that is Karasu. My friends, be on your guard, that Oberu's a fake. You can tell by the gestures he's making. Wait, what in the... There's two of them? What nonsense is this? The sheer gall of this man! Clearly, if anyone here's a fake, it is the madman standing in the middle of this fine establishment, stripped down to nothing but his undergarments. I don't know, Jack. They both look right convincing to me. Which one is the true Oboro? One in his underclothes. Aye, Jack's glazes say the same. Only the real Obro'd be daft enough to stumble into this place stripped down to his skivvies. Oh, fine then. I'm tired of this drab old disguise anyhow. Karasu, does your villainy know no bounds? Villainy? You wound me, Oboro. Why, after I learned the art of illusion from that overstuffed Lord What's-His-Name, simply thought I'd put it to use and have a little fun. We did have fun, didn't we? I must say, Oboro, your friends are far more entertaining than you are. I dare say you could learn a thing or two from them. But, well, I suppose all good things must come to an end. Till we meet again, farewell. Off like a crow in the night. Don't be too hard on yourself, boy. You had us all rooked. Anyhow, now that's all, Bob. Reckon it's about time we took our do-beaters to the sisters. You come along too, Obro. Get you something to, cover yourself up a bit. What the fuck? What pants even are those? Captain Jack was kind enough to lend me some garb from his personal wardrobe. They are rather, how might I describe it? Sophisticated, stylish, dashing and delightful. Did I tell you or did I tell you? Old Jack's got you looking better than ever before. Every Rumdoxian Limser won't be able to take her glazes off you. Nor can I, and not in a good way. In any event, I owe you all, especially you, an apology for this most unfortunate turn of events. I'd thought my plan flawless, but unfortunately I'd neglected to account for one thing. Possibility that Karasu's tolerance for Hingan rice wine might be considerably higher than my own. Cannot say for sure precisely what happened. All I know is that one moment we were engaged in a most delightful conversation. The next I was lying on a cot in the hovel with nothing but my undergarments on. Suspecting something was amiss, I dashed back to the dock stockhouse as quick as my legs could carry me, only to find neither you nor Karasu present, and my personal wardrobe completely empty to boot. Dimber Damber as always, that one. Getting you some new duds was one thing, but clawing that scroll back from Karasu is going to be a whole nother matter. Damn it all! Mark my words, that scoundrel will not get away with this villainy this time. No, I must return to the storehouse at once and draw up a plan to receive what is rightfully mine. All the lads whinging, damned if he didn't actually seem pleased with this turn of events. Well, reckon you got adventures you best be getting back to, eh? Just promise me you'll drop in on Obro and lend him your dawdles from time to time. He's a good lad, but he's got a habit of tripping over his own two do-beaters, if you whittle me. No, you got me sounding like the boy's father. Anyhow, don't be a stranger at the sisters either. God only knows we could always use a dimber damber like yourself. Sweet. Is the Archeotania stuff still up? It is. Yeah, let's go do it. Actually, it's quicker from the undercuts. Or did I get the wrong... Wait, no, coral support. Oh, okay, so they've not actually spawned it. They're going off of the timer on the bellows. Okay. don't mind helping to spawn Archaeotania, but I mainly just need horns. So that explains why the fate isn't up on blue. This is not something I was expecting to do today. I'm not mad at it. I don't mind. Provided it actually does spawn, of course. And I guess I do need to do fates here anyway still. That does kind of work. That's an upside I hadn't thought about. So if this fate doesn't pop, then we can't spawn Archaeotania, and it's on cooldown. I feel like if it was gonna pop, it would have done it by now. I don't think we're gonna get. But apparently it can take a while, and the only way to know is that the first fate in the chain respawns. When I spawned it the other day, it didn't take very long. This is riveting. I just want one fate or the other to pop at this point. But I honestly do feel like if Archeotania was going to be able to spawn... Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling. That's disappointing. Someone's doing Delibrum. Tempting. But no, we need to. That's what we were doing. We need to do samurai. Where do I need to go? Gladiators Guild? That doesn't feel right. At the same time, don't know where else I would go. Kugane? Doesn't look like it's here. Okay. It is Kugane. Okay. It makes sense that it's Kugane. It's just I didn't remember. So where is he? It's now there he is. Oh yeah, because Masayoshi died, didn't he? How good of you to pay me a visit, now of all times. You see, I'm about to depart for Eorzea to visit Master Musosai's grave. Tell him of our victory over Yugetsu. That you should come to me at this juncture is most fortuitous. Would you do me the honor of accompanying me on this journey? Thank you, my friend. Unless you wonder, I've not forgotten about Momozigo. I would call on him as well. Upon arriving, let us first go to the quicksand. I'm afraid Momozigo isn't here. According to the folk here, he's in the midst of preparing for another spectacle. Though I'm curious as to what he has in store. We shouldn't keep Master Musosai waiting. Let us go to his grave first. The place was the Silver Bazaar, if I recall correctly. Come, let us be on our way. Which one is Western? There it is. Town is much livelier than I recall. And there are folk attired as samurai besides. Curious. But come, Master Musosai awaits. Probably inside, right? But no. Wait, yeah. Because I'm not going to the grave, I'm going to wherever Makoto is. But why am I not seeing her? Oh, that's why. I'm just, yeah. We did it, Master Musosai. With After standing with us, we defeated Ugetsu and put an end to his madness. Your teachings, your legacy, live on in the Sekisagumi, so please rest easy. 'Tis done. Thank you for accompanying me. I won't stand for this mummery. Sounds like trouble. Let us go and see what is afoot. God. Dressing like a samurai don't make you one. Bastards sully Master Musosai's memory. The cowboy hat. Sal's balls. It's you. That man knows you and Master Musosai both. Let's find out who he is. He looks like if Irvine decided he wanted to hang up his gun and become a samurai. Forgive me. I've learned my lesson. Since you tramped me on the ship, I've mended my ways. Ostergrind. I'm Ostergrind, the bodyguard to a serial killer who thought he could take you on. But I've stopped selling my swords to crooks. I lead an honest life now, selling toad oil. Seems to me the evil in this man has been excised. You've naught to fear from after. Please be at ease, and tell us the cause of your earlier outburst. You see, after I saw what a true samurai could do, I knew I wanted to become one too, so I sought Master Musosai out, hoping he'd take me on as a pupil. Only to learn he'd already passed away. Since then, I've been visiting his grave every day in order to get inspiration. Recently, though, someone's been telling the tale of Master Musosai's quest to right wrongs at the quicksand. On account of that, people started dressing up like samurai and flocking to his grave like it's some goddamn spectacle. But they're false, the whole lot of them. Falser than I ever was. I had the honour of knowing Master Musosai. The Master Musosai I knew would be glad if his tale inspired others to follow in his footsteps. And though he was a solitary man, he did not spurn the company of others. Don't believe he would mind the crowds. Really? Well, suppose you'd know better than me. But of course. Might be his Master Musosai's gone, but you were his pupil. I beg you, teach me how to be a true samurai like you. I don't have the time. After has much demands on her time and is not in a position to take on pupils. But if you are determined to learn, I invite you to come to Kugane. I can introduce you to the schools of swordsmanship. You mean I can train in the Far East, where it all began? I'd love nothing more. It'd be a dream come true. Very well. A long journey's better with company. Let us return to Kugane together. Though I wonder, if this someone who's been telling the tale of Master Musosai's quest, it seems to me it could only be one person. It would be a shame to have come all this way and not see our friend. Let us try visiting the quicksand again. Yeah. I really am a yawny bitch. Okay, but this is the end of it. As I had suspected, Momozigo is indeed our storyteller. As luck would have it, he's about to begin another session. Gather ye round, one and all, and listen to my tale. A tale that began with an unlikely meeting between a young adventurer and an elderly samurai hailing from the Far East. Known as Musosai, the samurai took on challengers upon the Blood Sands. Many answered his call, but none had an answer to his transcendent swordsmanship. For a time, it seemed he would go undefeated. But there came one unassuming adventurer, wielding the katana, a foreign weapon she had theretofore never held. She fought with heart and skill to claim victory. That's right, she beat the shit out of an old man. After journeying the realm over, vanquishing evil together, never could the adventurer have imagined that for her final test, she must vanquish Musosai himself. Left with no recourse, she drew her katana and faced her friend and master. A grueling battle unfolded, with neither side yielding a single ilm. The adventurer brought her all to bear, but she was matched at every turn by Musosai, who unleashed technique after deadly technique, betraying no signs of the illness that ravaged his body. But at the end of a contest of equals, was the younger samurai who dealt the final blow to emerge the victor. The master had trained her well. As he lay battered and bloodied on the snow, Musosai demanded that his pupil finish it. Shutting her eyes tight, the adventurer raised her katana. Whoosh! The blade traced a vicious arc. And cleaved empty air. The adventurer had excised the evil in Musosai, as Musosai himself had done for those who could yet be redeemed. So it was the elderly samurai found peace in his final moment. It is said his soul now rests atop the cliff by the Silver Bazaar, where he gazes out at the setting sun. And somewhere out there, the young adventurer continues her noble master's legacy, fighting for justice and vanquishing evil wheresoever it should exist. So ends my tale, the legend of Musosai. Thank you all for your kind attention. You know, it's harder to do this with you lot in the audience. It's good to see you all, even Mr. Fake Samurai. You're doubtless wondering how I fell into my new calling. Well, during my trip to Kugane, I had the chance to hear a storyteller at the Mujikoza. I knew right away that this is what I wanted to do, what my gift of the gab was meant for. That was a masterful and heartfelt retelling. I pray you will continue to share the tale of Master Misosai with all the world. You can depend on it. Though, of course, if I'm to be a storyteller worth my salt, I'll need some variety in my repertoire. After, you still out there doing your adventuring, aren't you? And you have any new tales to share that could make for a good yarn? I mean, I travelled to another world. How's that for a story? By the 12, your quest to right wrongs took you across the rift into another world. Truth really is stranger than fiction. My thanks, After. This will be a splendid addition to my tales. I'm afraid it's time we sought our ship. Brief though it was, I'm glad for our reunion. I'm gonna train hard in Hingashi, and I'm gonna come back a real samurai, just you watch. If your travels should bring you to Kugane again, please come and seek me out at the barracks. Till next time. To think that pretender would have a change of heart and try to become a true samurai. The old man will be pleased. It goes to show, Musosai's legacy truly lives on in you. It takes root even in the hearts of those you've sliced up. So keep fighting the good fight, my friend. And remember to visit me from time to time to share more of your tales. And that's all of the Melee DPS level 80 quests. Or at least the capstone ones. Honestly, I don't think I'm feeling doing the physical ranged. I think we will instead do Delibrum. So why not? I'll get to see how many thingies I get. How many time-worn artifacts. That's the word. Oh, a full party? Don't have any martial list. That's kind of annoying. Don't even have any more martial list. Okay. any perception either. Okay, they just want us to use invulns for trap checks. I mean, it's certainly a way of doing it. Okay, no, good. Someone is taking thingy. Ooh, that's a point. Take the new weekly. Yeah. Help me get some more armor. And you know what? Whilst I'm here, I could go. Have to go to Kagani in Marketwood. Yeah, that's the closest one. Alright, which one gives... That's really not bad. Of course, I might not get the one I want, but it's really not bad. Could buy some of these higher level ones as well, but I don't know what I'd want. The Essence of the Gambler? Duelist? That one I just bought, no. I mean, I've got the 5 more minutes till before we can enter Velibrum anyway, so. Okay, I got at least one. I got one Marvelous. Bunch of Lost Dervish, which is pretty good from what I know. Okay, so I could only be able to take Indomitable, but that does increase my damage more than Bloodsucker does anyway. Okay, but I can't use Luster. That's fine. So... Delibrum... Phantom... Peace. Okay, yeah, I see what they're talking about how to cheese the AoEs on the Phantom, or at least the first set of AoEs. So basically you stand in the line AoE instead of going for the safe spot on the donut, wait for the first donut to pass, and then you can move into the safe spot. Behind where the second donut appears before the line resolves, because the line resolves with a delay. That makes sense, yeah, I can do that. Position the dino next to the wall, that also makes sense. We don't have any secondary reses. So I have to kind of hope that that white mage knows what they're doing. I mean, that being said, other people can have, like, Phoenix Downs and shit, but... Okay. So basically hop between sides, easy enough. So far, this is going pretty well. The item that you get from clearing Delibird, do you also get that if you do Savage? Is that only from normal? That was quick. Yeah. That was quick. That's what I thought. Which one's this? Isn't this usually the last one? And they have different orders? Oh. I think I've only ever seen them do the same order. I mean, I say that like I've done loads of Delver. I've really not. Down. Now it's just the Trixie bot, who I actually understand how they work now. It really matters because it's dead. Doesn't really matter what order we kill them. Just that they die. I always forget where the fucking stuff is. That is much easier. Pretty good. I don't imagine there's a cheese for this one, and it's just a matter of don't stand near main tank. Just generally good advice. Okay. One out. they're going to teleport anyway. Well, not teleport, but move. Okay, we need 2 ice. That's not bad. Ooh, I don't think I had those. I did not. This might also give me... Well, with the weekly, it definitely should give me enough metal to rank up as well. Shake it off, TB. No damage to HP. No doom. So when I see Cleanse Strike, I can do Shake It Off. And not get a Doom Staff. Very good. No. I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference given that we have a healer and the sooner it's instant cast and everything. Trying to keep an eye out for when I need to do the next Shake It Off. I have learned all sorts of things this run that is going to make future Delbrum runs. How do I... here should be so... So you get 3, so I need to do 5 Delibrum clears. Per relic? Okay. I mean, it could be worse. It's not 1. But it could be better. We have a fine eye for antiquities. My, what's this? More coinage. As agreed, you may do with it as you will. Thank you again for all your help. I mean, I may as well buy it. I don't have a reason not to buy it. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to do so much Delibrum. Yeesh. Here's what it is. Rank me up, baby. More in the holster. New fragments. Nothing else. Okay. To be fair, I have enough of the Indomitable that I could just use that again. It is said that pure essences may grant unexpected effects. Huh? What the fuck you talking about? So, the deep essence of the Martialist gives the damage that the Indomitable does. But the Indomitable just also has increased max health and defense by a shit ton. Yeah, I think I'll use Martialist as my Southern Front thing. Oh, I could go straight into Castrum. Why not? I mean, I need to do Castrum as well. Works. How does it work? But then I want a death. Don't care so much about that. I care about having a death. I mean, to be fair, I do have enough of those that I could have it. Just don't really need it. Oh, or the game could crash. That's an awkward time for the game to crash. Someone just said it was their second attempt and the first time they couldn't clear. So that seems like I was just I can't be asked doing this with someone's first time. Hey. Number 1, yeah. To be fair, that is the crash that started before we started Delibrum. So it made it all the way through Delibrum, even though there was a fatal error pop-up that I was just ignoring. So, yeah. Could have been worse. It could have done it whilst I was a main tank in Delibrum. And the other tanks were using Essence of the Irregular. That means they take double damage. That Dark Knight is kind of getting fucked up a little bit. I have a feeling that maybe I should tank. I should really set up a macro. Doing the different health bars. Why does this red mage want to stand so close to me? I don't understand why they wanted to stand so close. This Dark Knight just wants to face tank everything. I mean, and fair enough, they're not dying. Maybe I should actually start using Storm's Path and taking it. Might be an idea. They're at just shy of 60%. We're at just shy of 60%. So we've been doing pretty good. We're doing equal amount of damage. Gonna push me away. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Swap first. Owie. Someone didn't do mechanics. I don't think that was an us mechanic. Also, that's a death. I think that was a bottom mechanic. Oh, we're only 4 now? I have never done this. I've never done down. I don't know mechanics for down. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. I don't know if we even have enough time. Oh. It's taken us about, what, 4 minutes in order to get a quarter of the way there. Also, our tunnel armor is basically dead. Well, shit. There we go. All we got was 2 deaths and lost a lot of metal. Alright, so I'll still have Martialist. I need to reapply Re-Razor. And stick a couple of Re-Razors in there. That'll do it. And I can now say that I've seen some of what happens in the bottom fight. Really, I just need to destroy the second most everything else. Oh goody! More green apple. I don't know how much longer I want to go tonight. Given that I'm not feeling 100%. We'll see how the next, like, 20 minutes go, but then might call it after that. Need to get my beauty sleep. Yeah, we did all of the Melee DPS Capstone job quests. Which is good. We did Delibrum and we attempted Castrum, so pretty successful sounding to me. Would have been better if we completed Castrum, but you can't always have everything. I love the fact that I literally came in for 5 seconds and still got gold. This one is laser beams. Laser beams, laser beams, laser beams. I didn't place myself good there. It was all going so well. Am I the only one left alive? No. I'm the only one in my party left. Now I'm the only one. Oh god, this is going on for a while. I don't know. Arm blank wasn't going to do shit there. This is making me wish I had bloodsuckers. Could LB, but it is so close. No need for triage. Oh, there's a specific achievement for in Save the Queen areas. Ugh. That was a little bit of an experience. I probably should have changed to Indomitable when I was the only one that was left. It's fine. I need a drink. I should probably stop. So you press the buttons that do things and then stop. I have a lot of random crap. Ugh. I mean, I don't entirely understand what the healer thought they were doing. I think they did it again. Safe to say this has not gotten well. yeah, I forget that removes most knockbacks. Tried with Shake It Off. This is no. This isn't gonna work. Yeah, no. When I take that much damage, I mean, this guy's got Lost Cure, which is helping a lot, but. Using the thrill of battle here to try and heal. I didn't have it back up. This ain't gonna work. This has been a lot of deaths. Doing reflect file. Yeah, this has really just been a lot of dying today. I mean, thank you. I needed lemon. I did really need lemon. That's one of the ones I need most. Ugh. Yeah, I think I'm done for today. I think I'm done for today. Things haven't gone so well since Castrum. I'm cutting my losses. I should keep a deep essence of the Bloodsucker on, just in case. Is there anything I can do quickly? There's someone doing Delibrum. No. Too late. I do need to do more Delibrum, but I can do that some other time. What about my retainers? My retainers should need some attention. So yeah, a bit of a bum ending, but otherwise, some decent stuff got done. What the fuck is the one there? First time I've seen that. Which, you know, isn't really saying much because I haven't actually done crafting and shit. Age. Ah, that's why, because it's for the level 100 crafter stuff. That makes sense. Although I do already have most of that. Okay, cool. Well then, the next stream will be Thursday. Which is the third. Yeah. Thursday, which will probably be more Final Fantasy. Friday might be Final Fantasy, or it might be the title update for Monster Hunter Wilds, depending on how I'm feeling on the day. And then over the weekend, either more Monster Hunter if I'm really feeling it, or we will start the next playthrough, which could potentially be Endwalker. Potentially. I wouldn't hate that. Although I need to get the rest of the weapon. Well, no, I need to get the weapon mounts, because as you can see, I have done Emerald weapon 40 times and have yet to get the mount, and I've not even tried Ruby or Diamond Extreme yet. But once I get those, that'll be all of the mounts. We're getting there with the Bosnian relics. It seems that now, unless I do Delibrum Regine Savage, I've done all of the content that we have access to right now until I unlock the next region, which is Zadnor. When do I unlock Zadnor? Okay. So I don't get to Zadnor until like the final phase of the relic. Okay. So yeah, Zadnor. Oh, okay, I can kind of wait on doing too many Delibram runs until I reach the last step of the relic. Because then I'll actually be getting multiple resources that are needed in one run, since I need to run Delibram anyway in order to get the time artifacts. If I also run it to get the some of the raw emotions that I need for the other relics, then it works out. Alright, but yeah, I do want to get started on Endwalker, because then I can get up to level 100 on all the classes. Because I'll have access to most of the content that can come up in roulettes. By the time, once I'm done with Endwalker. But at the same time, a Souls-like would be sounding good. We'll see how I'm feeling on the weekend. It could be that we push through and try and get to Endwalker. Well, I reckon that in one weekend stream I could get us to Endwalker even from today. Although I do want to do the job quests and stuff. I mean, I can finish off the rest of the level 80 capstone job quests on Thursday. We could then do the patch MSQ and do Reaper and Sage job quests on Saturday. That could be how we start a stream, and then we go into Endwalker with Sage and Reaper. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, that's a point, actually. One of the things that is good for Bosnia is the Bosnian earring, which you just need to have appraised 1,000 fragments. So I'm a little over 100 there, and that gives haste in and of itself. So, okay. Okay. Yeah. I will go off and do some shit. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you next time. Have a good one. Later.